Hey Maya, it's Drag Race season
Hi.
14 time, baby. You ready to get into it?
Yes, I'm so
It's
excited.
a new season, new queens, and it's
Mhm.
turning out to be a really good start. Let's talk about it.
Let's get into it.
So you know I got to lean in.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We're here for RuPaul's Drag Race. We are a little behind, a little late to the party, but we just on time, honey, just like anybody that shows up late.
Hello.
Maya, how you doing today? Welcome back.
Hi. Hi. I'm so excited to be here. Y'all know I love Drag Race. I'm so excited to get into it. And this season, she's getting there. It's getting pretty
She is
good. So,
definitely giving a good season. I mean, thus far, I will say it's only been 40 episodes, but the
yeah.
last few years, like we've had some good queens, but I can honestly say this season is, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm not watching the spoilers. I don't know. This season, I chose not to watch any spoilers. I chose to just.
Mhm.
I wasn't even gonna. I didn't even really watch the. What? I watched it. I watched it later. I planned on not
Yeah.
getting into it as much as the previous seasons, but I'm glad I did. Thus far,
Yeah.
like I am really enjoying it, and so I'm glad to be talking about it. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about, of course, if it's your first time here, welcome to the Lean. We do other shows, other
Yes.
reality TV shows, mostly Bravo, but we have done some previous seasons of Drag Race, and Maya is always here with me. So each and every we'll be talking about the episodes, talking about the looks, talking about the drama, the queens, and it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be a good season. Don't forget, if you're watching right now, don't forget to hit the thumbs up to like this video, support the channel, and subscribe
Yes.
to this particular video and all the other videos that we have, other shows. And yeah, let's talk about it. So, season
Let's get into it.
14, we're not really going to talk about the first two episodes in depth, but we can like
Mhm.
briefly talk about it. But I want to hear your thoughts, Maya. Like, what are your top four queens that you think are going to make it to the top four? Because I like every
As
season we
of
always do this. We always do this, and
yeah.
we'll compare from this point to the end. Like,
Mhm.
who do you think is going
Okay.
to be your top four?
For me, as of right now, just of what I've seen, I would say top four are Cornbread, of course,
Okay.
Willow Pill.
Okay.
I love Willow Pill.
Hmm.
Angeria
Okay.
and Bosco.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
My
Those are my
top
top.
four was, and I say was because I'm saying who it was before the last two episodes. Before I always
Right.
start with the queens. It was Angeria. It was cornbread. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that I think differently now, but it was cornbread. I did say Bosco, and I honestly feel like George's. That was my initial top four
Hmm.
after watching the first two premieres. All right, so in the first week
Hmm.
between June Jamalaya and Orion, do you think that June rightfully won the lip sync?
Absolutely. June ate her up. Like Orion wasn't really doing too much. And I hate to say that because she's the first queen from Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, as you see in the background, I'm from Michigan. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I was like, dang, like you're not putting on for what you should be.
Yeah,
But June ate her up.
I thought
June
Orion
ate
was.
her
I
up.
thought she was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, with a song
Hmm.
like that, you want to feel the words, and I think June kind of brought it home with feeling the words, feeling the song. She gave
Yeah.
good energy, and I'm not gonna lie to you, honey. It's pretty difficult to take down Black Queen. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
And I mean, it just really is. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have a song like Lizzo. But Orion did good. I'm
Hmm.
not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not tripping. Like, she did pretty good or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, in the other premiere, we kind of skipping around, but as far as winning, Angeria won. Do you think she should have won?
Yes. Now I
Okay,
will say the second premiere was not as entertaining as the first,
it wasn't.
for sure. So for me, Angeria definitely won out of that group.
Okay, who did you think? Who else? In any other notable talents that you like, or maybe the worst for the second premiere?
Mm, I'm trying to think. I liked George's. I liked her little dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, it wasn't as entertaining for me because
Yeah.
like I don't think there was as much of a variety of
Mm-hmm.
talents.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just your normal lip sync dancing,
Okay.
So
And
it was
then
just her.
Daya Betty and Deja Sky, the lip sync. Deja sent her home. What'd you think?
Mm-hmm. She did eat her up in the lip sync. Well, she didn't eat her up, but she did better than her in the lip sync.
She did some little moves. I forgot what she was like. I don't remember what part, but Deja,
like
she definitely felt it, and you can definitely tell.
Right.
Like she said that she's mixed with black and white. The little black came out of the
right. I was about to say again, a black queen doing Alicia Keys.
Yeah,
you couldn't beat it. So she did beat her in the lip sync. However, I was sad to see her go because I personally like Daya Betty better at this point in time.
Yeah.
I like her drag. I like her aesthetic. And, between the two, I definitely would have liked to see her stay over Deja, but it is what it is.
Okay. So that was the premiere. We kind of braced through that. So episode 3 last week, they had a ball. They had 2 different balls. They had like a red, white, and blue ball, and they had the hide and seek, which is like animal prints and stuff like that. Ball. They split it up amongst the girls, so it was like 7 and 7. Cute idea. I like the idea. I was worried. We actually watched this together last week at Mickey's, you and I, and I was worried for the red, white, and blue because I was like, we already seen that. But I like that it wasn't like red, white, and blue until like the last one. Because first one was like, I think first one was like red, then it was like white, and then it was like red, white, and blue. So I like that. And then the other team had different types of patterns and stuff like that. Cheetah and things like that. So what did you think of the runway? What did you think of the winner, which is Willow Peel? And just thoughts overall?
First and foremost, I did not like this ball challenge. I felt like everybody should have did one thing.
Okay.
Something about them. No, because I feel like one of them is harder than the other. Like red, white, and blue.
What do you think was harder?
Animal print for sure. Because if you don't have the eye to mix and match patterns, it doesn't go well. And even animal print does not look good on everybody. Red, white, and blue is a lot easier to go off of. And so I felt like the girls that had the cheetah print, well, not the cheetah print, the animal print challenge, it was harder in my personal opinion. So I didn't like that. And then when it came to those runways, they were atrocious. Like so many of them, I'm like, these outfits are ugly. Like there were a couple that I like I love Carrie Colby's purple cheetah print with the little spinning hat and the little Birkin. Cute. But vast majority of those outfits looked a mess. And I don't know if it was just me, but I hated it. I hated a lot of those.
I didn't have an issue. I did not have an issue with with the looks. Like when I was watching last week, I was like, what my thought was, these are a strong pair of girls. Like it was nothing that this was like everything to me. My favorite look was, the one only made me go, yes, bitch, was Angeria in her all white. But I thought Bosco had a really nice look. So she was on the animal print side. Who else was there? Lady Camden had some. I thought a lot of them had like some good looks. Even in the final look when they did, what they had to reveal. Honestly, the only look I didn't really like was June and Cornbread. I didn't like their looks at all.
Yeah,
I wasn't too fond of them. And then that was just my own thing. But I like the split of the runways. It was different. So
it was different. And yeah, it's like I said, it's just something about animal print where it's like you have to know how to wear it. And I feel like a lot of them weren't doing it justice. Now that you mentioned it, Bosco's was really cute. I did hate those pants though. Like I love the little latex cheetah print with the corset, but if she would have had a different bottom, I feel like she would have been a lot higher. Those pants weren't it. So that's what I mean when I say when animal print, you gotta pick and choose carefully what you're doing. And I feel like it wasn't executed the best.
Okay. Well, the winner of that was actually somebody from the animal print side, which was Willow Peel. I was surprised. I didn't think that she was a top.
I was too.
I thought that maybe she was a safe or maybe a high top because I thought her first look was very pedestrian with the skirt. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
But I wasn't mad. I like Willow Peel, so sure, I was cool with her. I thought it would go to Angeria because Angeria had the red with the little the spread out like skirt. It was like poofy. And then she had the white with we saw she opened it up, everything. And then she had that her wedding look or whatever it was for the red, white, and blue. It was cute too. I think that may have been her only hindrance. It wasn't her wedding red, white, and blue look was probably my least favorite of the three. But I mean, she made it, and it was a wedding dress look, so I take it. But yeah, so it went to Willow Peel, and the bottom two was June Jambalaya and what's that child's name? What's her name?
Oh, Maddie Morphosis.
Maddie Morphosis, yes. I keep forgetting who is the first cisgender contestant on the show. Now, the lip sync was cool and all, but June, if you get on Drag Race, don't do too much, honey. Just sing the song. Stop taking off your RuPaul does not like you to come undone on the stage. This is not a pageant down in Mickey's, down in WeHo. This is not a pageant in Atlanta. Keep your clothes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep your clothes on. Keep your wig on. Stay assembled. Finish the lip sync. That is not. I think people get so lost in, oh my God, I'm showing passion as the song, because I can't think what the song was right now, but it wasn't anything that she needed to be doing all that. I don't know. Thoughts?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I don't think Willow should have won. I love Willow, but I don't think so. Diabetes, to me, had the best look that was made.
Oh, okay. Which
Hands
one?
down. That red, white, and blue, like bridesmaids, 80s, gorgeous, phenomenal. She should have won. But when it came to that lip sync,
but I think it was cute. Okay, well, go ahead.
That look was cute. That look was the best constructed thing on the runway, for sure. Like, out of the things that were made, but I digress. But when it came to the lip sync, it got sloppy, and I hate to say it because I love June. She's so sweet. She's such a nice person. I've met her a few times, but yeah, it was a rough day. Like, once that dress started coming undone, and she should have left the long wig on instead of coming out in the pussycat wig, because then, like, at a certain point in time, you could see it a little bit under the braid. It was
that
a lot
little
going
wig,
on.
that was a terrible pussycat wig, honey. Call Monet and get a good pussycat wig. That was my grandmama's little church wig or little quick little wig. I did not like it. Ooh, June, I did not like it. I don't know.
I felt bad, but I really didn't think she should have been in the bottom anyway.
You don't think so?
Like,
she was definitely bottom.
That first look, I feel like should have saved her. That zebra with the cape and
no, it was nice. It was
nice.
The
best out of that category.
But that's just 1 out of 3. And I think what really messed her up, she was tripping on her
she couldn't walk in that one
and
dress.
Then the final look was just god awful. You could tell that she couldn't sew. You know what I'm saying? It was awful. I mean, she would have been better off taking that little cape thing off and just wearing the dress, and it'd been a simple dress versus trying to make it more. I don't know. It was just awful. Yeah. And so she was the first person to have to open her chocolate, and the chocolate was chocolate.
Yeah. I felt so bad.
The sound goes,
it's chocolate.
That is so funny to me and so messed up.
That is messy.
Especially during a moment like that. It's like you think you got this one little bit of chance of hope and
like RuPaul know he wrong for that.
Right.
Giving him some hope.
Right. So that was pretty much episodes 1 through 3. Now we're going to talk about actual episode from last night, episode 4, which kind of scared me a little bit. But like I said, it was a good episode. So
it scared me a lot.
It scared me a lot, actually. I was like, I didn't really know what was going to happen. So they bring in the episode, and June has gone home. June has a new family, and they're talking about who thinks they should have won. Very messy question. Jasmine Kennedy is crying about it, thinks she should have won, and talking a lot. And I guess this is the first time they introduced Jasmine as being a talkative person, right? So then they basically are in the workroom the next day, and Cornbread basically tells Jasmine that she talks a lot. She doesn't give people a chance to speak. She's not listening because she's always responding. And I guess because of Untucked last week, where she was trying to give her a compliment, that I guess give her credit that she helped, because she wasn't listening. And so now in this first moment, Do you feel like this was a little much or no?
No, because I get where Cornbread was coming from. Like, I don't like when people interrupt me either. Like, if I'm speaking, and especially in that situation where she's like, I'm trying to give you your flowers, I'm trying to thank you and all of this, and you keep talking over me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, you need to listen. Like, we've all had that word. We meet that one person that just talk, don't let you get a word out. And that's annoying.
Yeah.
It is. So I totally understood where Cornbread was coming from.
Okay. So they are then given their Maxi challenge. No mini challenge this week. I'm kind of glad. Which is a super tease Maxi challenge where they have to basically create a trailer that's supposed to be kind of like season, for the season. And so that's cool. It's
cute.
It's a nice little concept. They are split amongst two teams. And Willow is a team leader and Matt is a team leader. On Willow's team is Bosco, Carrie Colby, Cornbread, Lady Camden, Georges, Deja Sky, and Jasmine decides to go on that team because she's the last person that wasn't picked. And on Maddie's team is Maddie, Angeria, Diabetic, Orion, Alyssa, Hunter. Right? Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. I feel like I did, but it'll come up later who I missed if I missed them. And so basically they split off into groups. And in the first group, which is Team Willow, this little Jasmine, this Cornbread thing is coming up again. I call it Cornbread thing because Cornbread is really the only person that's like telling Jasmine like not to speak. And this moment I'm going to say I was quite annoyed with Cornbread just because it kind of felt like she was picking at her, especially when she was like, why are you writing? Why are you doing this? This is like, I get what you're trying to say, Cornbread, but first of all, you ain't nobody's mama. And you are in the competition with her. This is like, Cornbread, you're not being a bully, but this person obviously is struggling with something. So this is not a moment to try to teach her how to stop talking. Just kind of, you've already said how you feel, but to constantly keep doing it, you're getting in the way of the actual moment of trying to get a challenge together. But what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely feel the same. Like, I feel like it got to a point where it's like, okay, like, just leave her alone now. Like, I get that where it's like, you don't like this person. And so it's like everything they do annoys you because I'm the same way. And I feel like that's where Cornbread was feeling in that moment because she even was still doing some of the things she mentioned. Like, she's trying to tell her something. She keeps interrupting. And she's like, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. But it was like her attitude, it made it very obvious that she just could not get out of that I'm annoyed with you space.
Very
and it's like, if y'all are on
like every time you breathe,
right, like, yes. And it's like, okay, like, y'all are on a team, like, just deal with her for now. Like, I feel like her attitude was definitely like causing a damper on things, and it was starting to get annoying for sure.
Yeah. It was. And just like Lady Camden said, she was just like, okay, she's breathing. And that's what it gave. It was like, all right, Cornbread. Like, the girl, Jasmine, clearly was trying to fix it somewhat. She acknowledged it because she was like, I'm just going to write, blah, blah, blah. Basically, she was trying to limit her way of speaking so that it wouldn't be soft. So that says something within itself. Like, I could say this somebody but you don't know her like that, Cornbread.
Right.
So you don't really know why she talks like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't really like that because it could be something that maybe she went through to where she, you know what I'm saying, has always been shut off and couldn't speak it. Now she speaks a lot. You just never know. So I get it in the competition. It's probably annoying, but it was like, to me, watching it was like, and maybe it was the editing. I don't know. But it was like, Cornbread, you're looking kind of mean, like a mean girl. So, so in Team Maddie, they are pretty much kind of, but also let's go back to Team Willow. So they decide to go with the concept of using, the fact that she talks a lot in their skit. So I like that they did that because it made it actually pretty easy. And it made them actually get a chance to know each other a little better too.
Right.
So on Team Maddie, nothing really happened over there. They just Alyssa. It seemed like Alyssa was trying to contribute, but they really weren't accepting of her ideas. But I mean, not accepting. They didn't really like the ideas. Maddie was kind of flourishing with good ideas. She was a team lead, so it was looking to be good, right? Like, for the most part. And we'll talk about the actual final edits later. But I want to let's go ahead and get into the looks because that's like my favorite part of the runway. Yes. So the runway was Night of 1,000 JLOs. We've seen Night of 1,000 Michelle Visages. We've seen a night of 1,000 Madonnas. We've seen a night of 1,000 RuPauls or whatever. We've seen this challenge many times. So I was like, okay, JLo, like I knew one of those dresses I would see. And I was surprised I didn't see it more. But I feel like they may have told them, somebody wear this already, you can't wear that. Because we've seen people wear the same thing over and over before. And last season, if I'm not actually, what was that last season? Actually, during what's it called? During All Stars, we saw that one of these dresses twice for the whole Michelle Visage or whatever. It was like jungle print, some like the jungle safari print. So yeah, let's get into the looks. Let's start with Deja Sky and Daya Betty. So funny they're together because they literally get each other. So Daya Betty, I liked it before she took the thing off. Because that's Super Bowl. I know that JLo. The one on the left, I've seen that performance before too. But they kind of hyped it up and said that they liked, you know what I'm saying, the fact that she didn't take the print or whatever and she made it her own. It looks great, but I would have liked to seen a print still. That's me.
Yeah, I would have liked it to be closer to the original. Like I said, I think they did a little overhype it, saying like, oh, I'm glad you didn't do it like this. But it's like, why didn't you? Like, I feel like that print is probably pretty easy to find. You could have easily just did it with that print, and I personally feel like it would have looked better. And
I like that, you know, being a plus size queen, baby, she knows her body, and she looks good. Like she made it look very flattering, like for anybody. So I love it. Yeah, I love it. But as far as for JLo, I would booty myself. And like I said, Daya, Betty, I didn't get her face, but her makeup was awful. Everybody's makeup was awful in this look. It wasn't giving JLo at all. And Deja Sky made a comment about her makeup being, you know, done to the gods, but it wasn't JLo makeup. So I was confused. I didn't know why she made that comment. I'm like, girl, it looks good and white and powdery, but where's the JLo?
Yeah, it didn't give JLo. It didn't.
Neither one of those were any of my favorites. They weren't. Neither one of them. But cool.
They weren't. I will say I like Daya Betty's boots. I love a thigh-high boot. But that was about it.
They was like chat boots. They were chat boots.
Yeah. It was cute.
Okay.
That was about it.
All right. So then we have Miss Angeria and Miss Alyssa Hunter. First of all, I love both of these fucking looks. Angeria is everything to me. I'm sorry. Like, she is everything to me. I do wish her little beaded wig would have been a little bit longer and had a little bit more beads. But yeah, I do appreciate it. I love it. She looks good. She looks expensive. The body look good. And Alyssa, so this too, like, that's a really nice look that she, you know, turned out, the walk, the confidence. I loved all of that on both of these looks. So I would toot both of these myself. Thoughts?
Now I'm gonna toot Angeria. I do agree with you saying that there should be some more beads on that little headpiece. But other than that, it's very spot on. It looks good. It's what I expect when you say not 1,000 JLos. Like how with Deja Sky, like it didn't give me JLo, this did. Now with Alyssa Hunter, I personally was not into it. It was giving me very Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal. But I don't like it on JLo either.
Well, so, I'm gonna say okay. So I would say because it looks like that on JLo.
I don't like it on her either.
Okay. Well,
yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm not into it. And it's like out of all of JLo's looks, I mean, it was the worst
JLo look to choose because there are several that we're gonna talk about that I'm like, why would she choose that?
Yeah, it was executed well. I personally don't like it, so I'm gonna give it a toot for execution. But my personal opinion, no, it's no.
Okay. All right, so Jasmine Kennedy and Maddie Morphosis. I thought Jasmine Kennedy looked good,
gorgeous.
Like, it was cute. Like it was jeweled, it was pretty, it was spot on. I didn't see no issue with it. The hair was right. Maddie Morphosis. I don't know why she chose this look personally.
I don't either.
Something about Maddie, I'm just not feeling, and I feel like it's not that she's unpolished. But it's something about her I just can't get with her drag. It's very mediocre. Like I would have been okay with her going home last week just because I don't feel like she has anything extraordinary to give. I feel like I wanted to see more from June, even though, you know, June lost the lip sync, but Maddie just doesn't give it to me. And this kind of like, she has her personal taste is kind of off. And looking at this look she chose, I stand by
that. Yeah. Now, okay, let me start with the positives. Jasmine Kennedy, gorgeous. Like I said, I love when stuff is spot on.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. Like, if you're supposed to be looking like a specific thing, I want it to be down to the T, spot on. That's just me. So, gorgeous. With Maddie, though, I think it is very evident that she's a straight man. Because
I was gonna say, I think it's very clear. Like, I'm starting to see
evident.
that. Okay, he is definitely straight because he's doing what he. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm not feeling it.
But that's just like the best way I can describe it. Like, it's just very evident that Maddie is.
The first look with the what is it? With the look with the head missing, his first runway, that was cool, but it was still a costume though. It wasn't any. That doesn't require taste. That's just saying, because even then that was supposed to be his
more
drag.
Technicality.
They praised it, but realistically, that doesn't define who Maddie Morpheus is. Maddie Morpheus is just a straight man in drag at this point.
Like, my favorite look from Maddie was definitely Maddie's entrance look with that Guy Fieri. I am a Guy Fieri stan. So when I saw that, I was like, yes, take me to Flavor Town, lived it. But I don't know. It's just the taste level is not there. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just, it need a little something. I don't know what it is, but everything is just
some seasoning and some sprinkles, some rainbow sprinkles. It needs some more rainbow sprinkles.
Yes, it needs a little glitter on it because it's just, it doesn't hit. Like, the looks are good, but it's just something that is off.
Yeah,
always. And I don't know. It's just always off.
Okay,
something about it.
Lady Camden and Bosco. First of all, I love Lady Camden. I think she is the cutest little thing ever. Since Veronica, what was it? Veronica from UK. What was her name? Veronica something. She has this, like, sweet energy like that. Now, I like this look. It's not the same color, but I think it was.
But it's close enough.
I would have liked it more in that color. And I guess watching it on TV, but when I got this picture, I was like, oh, but I still like it. I think she's spot on. I think the hair could have been a little bit more to the back and not as much towards the front. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I do like it. And Bosco, no, I don't like it.
Yeah. Now with Lady Camden, I will say again, it's pretty spot on. The color is a little bit off, but not enough to make a difference. The ponytail is okay. It's giving a little bit more Ariana than
it's very. As I would say, it's giving Ariana. It's not giving.
It's giving
JLOs.
Yeah.
Hey,
it right. Beggars can't be choosers, child. But so it was good enough. It was good enough. Bosco, it didn't give me JLo. The dress was close enough, but the hair was not right. And I know that's Bosco's signature makeup, but I feel like it didn't work well with this
what about
like it was
dress?
A little too.
What about the dress do you think was right? Look,
the silhouette was the same.
She is. I'm starting to see a pattern. Some of her stuff just looks ill-fitting. She doesn't. She'll get the look together, and then it's like she forget about that. She got to put it on. Maybe it's not size right, but like the little, I get it. Like the little boob she got, but like she got little coconuts in there. It just looks crazy. Personally, to me,
she should have just
there
left
is another way that she could have given that. I would have rather her not did any boobs than try to do those little eggshells.
She should have just left it empty or like contoured her chest to give the illusion of some boob there.
Something I didn't like it. That's what threw it off me. I was like, this looks cheap, and the gold choice itself compared to what was up there, I just wasn't really feeling it too much. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it definitely was the little details that kind of messed that one up for me. Like I said, the hair was not right. Yeah. So that automatically for me, it like just threw it off. Yeah. And then that fabric is a choice. It is hard to execute properly. So I think the silhouette was there, but on her, it just did not fit the best.
Okay.
That was definitely the issue.
Willow peel and cornbread. I like Willow's look. I didn't know where it was
I
from.
did too.
But apparently it's from 98, and I think she killed it. Like Willow is really slim. Let's just be very clear. And cornbread, I like what she chose. I mean, she basically, the dress, it looks just like the dress. I mean, the cross could have been a little more blue. And I like that she chose that. So I have no issue with it. I don't love Cornbread's choice, but I like that she did something, you know what I'm saying, that was different. And so yeah, but I like Willow's a lot. Thoughts?
I loved Willow's. It's so cute. Like it was JLo, but still like pedestrian enough. Like it was just it gave me, I don't know, it was just good. I loved it. The color was gorgeous on her. She had the hair, it stunning. And with Cornbread, I like the look, but again, the hair was not right.
Yeah,
like it was the same color, but it wasn't.
I feel like a lot of them had that same wig on. That's the same wig Lady Camden had on, but in a ponytail, without a ponytail.
Yeah, it just wasn't it.
I don't know. It's like ombre at the front, and this, I don't know what's going on, but I didn't really care for the hair either. I'm glad you mentioned that because I was like,
yeah, the hair, because with JLo and her look, it's slicked back. Whereas
a lot of her looks were slicked back. Her ponytails are to the back, but a lot of the girls chose to have forward hair. I don't get that.
And it's messing up the look.
It is messing up the look. I will say that it's messing up the look.
Because really, JLo's a slick back girl. She wears a lot of slick back.
Right, like look at this right here. Like look at they said Carrie Colby's hair was right or whatever. No, that is not JLo hair. I'm sorry. No. That's her dress, but that's not JLo's hair. But I mean, Carrie's is like an easy two, just because that is the dress. That is the original dress of the revival dress. So I wonder how she got that dress. I'm like, damn, how she got that dress?
Right.
But she, well, we're gonna talk about that later too. But yeah, see that's the dress. George's, I could have liked this better if the nude was better.
Yes, that is the problem.
Is not right. Like, I mean, that is easy. What she made is my little 30th birthday Speedos was made with that same little mirror stuff. You can get that off Amazon. Easy to make. I'm not saying she made it, but easy to make. But that nude itself, honey, that's not her color.
No, it's not her color. I've noticed that is a pattern this season. Like, I feel like every nude illusion I've seen so far, the nude is not right. Yeah. I'm like, why is everybody wearing white?
Well, but you know what? It could be the lighting too. It could be the lighting up in there. I mean, I don't know what it is, but ain't nobody got nude right. Okay.
No, not once. And it's driving me crazy. Carrie Colby, though. How'd she get that dress?
Right.
As soon as she said that, I'm like, oh, the budget is there. The budget. And I honestly was surprised I did not see this look more. They must have said
and
that's
what I'm saying. I thought I would see it. I thought I would see a Night of 1,000, that JLo dress.
Yes, because when I heard Night of 1,000 JLos, I already knew that dress was coming up. That was the first one that came in my mind. I'm like,
production, I would have told them nobody can wear this dress.
Period. But she must have said, like, I have it. So
yeah, she must have.
I'm wearing
I agree.
it.
Yeah, I agree.
That has to be what happened, because I just knew that dress was going to pop up a million times, like that one episode with Night of 1,000 Madonnas. I just knew. Yeah. Because when you think JLo, you think that dress. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
So she ate that up.
And last but kind of least, Orion's story with this same makeup, same face that she does every time. I'm just curious. My thing is, first of all, the hair. I'm lost. The dress, obviously,
oh my God,
it's given, what I ordered versus what I got. And the reason why I say that is just like I don't like the original dress either, but there is a little bit more detail in it that I like, and I feel like she missed that detail. And just the hair and like why would she do that wig? Maybe she didn't have that wig, but for this type of challenge, she needed that wig.
Right.
Oh, I'm not feeling it. I don't like it. I don't like it on JLo either, but I definitely like it on Orion.
Yes, like the hair. I cannot stress enough. The hair.
It's just so big in the front. I can't do it.
It's nowhere near what it's supposed to be. And then it's something about Orion's makeup where something's always missing.
She makes a very nice her beat looks natural, but it doesn't give drag. Like, I feel like she could do more with her beat and make it different. But they even said something about, I think I saw somewhere, I think I was watching somebody say like the same nude lip. I don't know. Like, I just feel like her, it's
not enough dimension in her face. Like, her face looks very flat.
Just very
her
flat
makeup
and white.
Is gorgeous. Yes, but it's just plain.
It's
Like,
pretty.
I don't know, she needs but it's just off. Like, I don't know if she needs like a darker lip liner or a little more contour, maybe some bronzer, something to warm.
She needs
doesn't
to
wear
look
blush.
like she looks like.
Is she not wearing blush?
I feel like her face looks like somebody that doesn't tan. Okay, that's what she paints. Untanned face. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Something's missing.
Yeah. So those are the runways. We talked about who stood out, who didn't personally, but it was a good challenge, good effort. I'm glad we didn't see that one dress 1,000 times. So that's good. So the actual challenge, like we said, was the Super Tease, and Team Willow was first. I will say that my critique, I thought that theirs looked very realistic. I liked, Willow. I thought Willow stood out. Me personally, I felt like Carrie did okay. I didn't think she did bad. I was surprised to hear the critiques later. But I thought Willow and Carrie kind of stood out. I thought it was funny. And I honestly liked it. I didn't see much of any issue. The people that I worried, Cornbread, look, I was worried for her anyway. Even from the practice when they were filming, I was worried. But like the critique that she gets later about the food thing, there has to be something more to her than just food. You know what I'm saying? She like to eat. And I'm glad Lonnie said that. I'm really glad that it said so. Yeah. Your thoughts on Team Willow?
I will say with the comment about Cornbread with the food jokes, I'm glad it came from Lonnie because, let's be honest, Cornbread is a big queen. Yeah. And I feel like with the big girls, they kind of always lean towards the food jokes. And
you got to think about also like their name. Her name is Cornbread. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of them don't, like some of the other women don't. I think that's like their gimmick with the name. But it's like, we already know you. How many times you don't keep eating chicken at your bra? It's just like.
Yeah. Like it just gets a little old, but and we know she could do better than that because she's hilarious just in general. So I do definitely agree with that critique. I don't think Carrie did that bad either. Yeah. I don't understand, because I know it was a little iffy in the practice and like filming, but in the final product, I didn't see any problems.
Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with her. I thought Georgia would have been kind of like definitely in the bottom.
Yeah.
She was giving me, I thought she kind of did stand out. You know what I'm saying? I would have kept Cornbread. I would have made Cornbread safe or, whatever, but I would have definitely had George's down to let her know, like, girl, you need to do better. Because they got her thinking she's doing it and she really ain't. I like George's, but she's kind of like,
Yeah, and the first group definitely was the best. I was cracking up. The second one, I'm just like, okay.
I actually thought the opposite. I thought the second group, they actually made me laugh out loud. They did.
So that's how it was with the first.
Yeah, I like Angeria. It was this, I thought she said, you ugly bitch. I thought the second one was more realistic to what I would see on Drag Race, So I liked it. And I liked Deja Sky was funny to me too. Even in rehearsal. So I thought when I saw the first one, I was like, oh shit, they did real good. Then when I saw the second, I was like, damn, they did even better to me. So my personal choice, if there was a winner, would have been the second, but there wasn't an actual winner. They just, there wasn't a winner from the teams. They just kind of presented it. So that's good. I'm glad. It seems like they actually liked both. I think if maybe there was a bad one, they probably would have did a winner, but I think it probably was really, really difficult to choose because they both did really well as a group collectively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you have any other thoughts on the second girl? I know you said you didn't really laugh at them. I thought Alyssa was pretty funny too. I was worried for her in the second group.
I didn't think she was funny because even when they were doing their ideas, I feel like, and I think this is why they didn't go with any of her ideas because she was trying to make all of them about her. Yeah. She was like, oh, we could talk about how like I don't know how to speak English, like just try to very lean into that Latina trope. Which to me wasn't funny.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I went, and it wasn't like every single idea she had, it was something about her being Latina, something about her speaking Spanish, and it just wasn't it. And so then when she got into the challenge, she was like going in with that stereotypical high pitch, hey, oh my God. Like
I was laughing so hard at Michelle when she mocked him.
Like it just wasn't. It wasn't funny.
Yeah,
it was not funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very cringy for me with her performance, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I did want to say that they had me fooled, and that's why I think both of them did well. Because the comment about I don't want to see any more flip flops, I thought that was actually going to be in the actual show, but that was in the trailer, so that was good. And then like they didn't show this, but the one where it was even like when Maddie was crying, I also thought that was in the show in the episode. So they did a good job. Like it felt like I was watching. I mean, it was over exaggerated, but even like the wildness of the actual challenge they were mocking, like some of RuPaul's challenges do be that weird, like what the fuck. And so they did a good job with the challenge overall, especially when she said, "You're gonna be lip syncing against me." I was like,
against me. I screamed. That was so funny.
But I knew he was gonna say that. I was like, he's gonna say me. But that was good. Like it was a good challenge. I'm like standing the challenge. Everybody did good. Like for the most part, nobody just like fell flat. And that's why I think these girls are a good group. Like he has really chosen a good group thus far. And episode 4, I'm very pleased. So Injuria wins. Injuria wins. I didn't know if it was gonna be Willow or Injuria. This is Injuria's second win. It should be her third because she should have won last week. I love Willow, but last week was not her win. I would have maybe given her that this week, if not, but whatever. Injuria won this week. She is killing it, first of all. And Willow was like was a high top, and so was Deja. And the bottom 3 was Cornbread, Carrie, which I was surprised, and Alyssa. Now earlier, Cornbread did have like a moment where she was like crying and talking about herself. She cried last week too. And you remember last week we were at Mickey's, and who was it that said that Cornbread doesn't cry? She mentioned that.
Heidi.
So I feel like that was very sincere of her on how she's saying that she grew up in a place where she couldn't really express herself. So I'm glad she's getting it out. Alyssa had a moment. Alyssa basically is saying that she has English is not her first language, so she struggles with that. But like I like that they was like, I understand that, but that's not an excuse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you still kind of resort back to everything Latina, everything, you know what I'm saying, Hispanic. So I think that he should work on that, or maybe she don't have a chance because she's in the bottom 2 against Carrie. They lip sync to Play by JLO. What did you think of the lip sync?
Carrie shouldn't have been in the bottom. Let's start there.
You said shouldn't have been?
No.
Her spot?
Either Cornbread or George's, for sure.
You would put Cornbread in there?
I would. I didn't really like Cornbread's performance that much.
Okay.
It was
I thought she was gonna be there. I said it's gonna be her.
Especially once I saw those 3, I'm like, Carrie's runway is gonna save her. But I'm like, clearly this week the challenge, they were judging solely based on the challenge, because there's no way you come on RuPaul's Drag Race wearing the infamous JLo dress, the exact dress, not just a remake, the one that JLo also had on her body, and you're still in the bottom. So they were judging challenge only.
Yeah,
had to be, because I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So, but the lip sync. Now this had me scared. This had me real scared because Carrie said in the beginning, I can't mess up this dress, which obviously, and she was not giving it to me. She was not giving it to me.
I was like, oh God, this girl about to go home.
And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, Lord, she about to go, because this is not the tea right now.
Very much so. But she did win a lip sync. But I'm gonna say, all the reason she won that lip sync is because old girl her money gun messed up. I mean, realistically, Alyssa wasn't serving like that, but neither was Carrie. I mean, it was kind of a very lackluster. I mean, Alyssa was moving around. She was working the stage and doing stuff like that. If she had the little money gun work, then maybe she could have won. It would have been a gag factor. But just like the butterflies that what's her name didn't come out,
Asia
O'Hara. That money did not come out that money gun. There was no money. The bank was closed, honey, because nothing came out. So she tried to. It came out later, and she had to throw it up. I'm like, oh girl,
Yeah.
Girl, pack it on up. So
yeah.
I honestly think they were gonna probably always keep Carrie as long as she did something. And you can tell lip syncing is not her thing in terms of like maybe like dancing. Like dancing is not her thing. Performing, she's more of like a stand there and look cute type girl. But naturally, is lip syncing and performing is not her thing because she did not wow me because I was worried. I was like, damn, everybody gonna send her home this early. But hey.
Yeah, I was real worried. Now I will say, I feel like it was the dress. It was definitely the dress. She was trying to make sure the dress did not get messed up because I've seen her perform in WeHo and she did pretty good.
It gets better?
It was a lot better.
Okay.
A lot better. So
I
have not. That dress was
I remember watching her, but I've definitely been in the vicinity when she's performing, but I don't think I just paid attention. So I don't know.
Yeah. She was pretty good. I remember her doing a little splits, a little something. So I'm like, that dress definitely was the problem because she couldn't ruin that dress. So she must have got it loaned or something because she's
that explains it. I mean, she said that. That was very clear when she said it, so I knew that she couldn't do too much in the dress. So, and Carrie went in,
I was
and
shocked.
Alyssa's chocolate is chocolate, and she going home. So. That's pretty much how the episode ends. And Carrie's still here another day. Next week, they are doing like a PSA, I believe, something like that. So it's kind of like more improv or acting type situations. But thus far, like, are you content with the competitors of the show?
I am. I think the right person went home, even though, we'll be honest, Alyssa did beat her in that lip sync.
You think
However,
so? That's your truth. I don't think she beat her. I mean, nobody beat anybody. I think
it wasn't that good.
They both
the song wasn't
to me. Well, no, that is a song. Okay, I know that song.
I don't like that. Oh, I didn't.
You didn't know that song? You don't know play? No. Come on, did you play that song? No. DJ, just play that song because I want to beat that. No, okay, whatever. Well, that's the song. That's one of JLOs. That's not one of her best songs, but that's like a popular later or like mid JLO career song. So
okay, because see, when I think of JLO, that's just not the song that comes to mind.
What you gonna hear?
For me, no. What's the song? Oh, I don't know how the rest of it goes, but that's
Get right. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, like I think older JLo.
So I feel like, so I don't know, it depends on like that is a popular song. Like when I was in college, that was a popular song. So but JLo does have she does have better options. I agree.
Yeah, she had better options, but yeah, Alyssa definitely beat her, but I didn't see them keeping her. But I definitely did not see them keeping her over Carrie. Like, I was never an Alyssa Hunter fan.
I like Alyssa though. Alyssa is a pretty. I like her. Like, her drag is nice. Like, she's a pretty.
She does have
girl.
some nice. She has some nice pieces,
honestly,
but to me,
I feel like she has more to bring in terms of like looks than Carrie. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, based on what I've seen thus far, I've been more impressed with her than I have in Carrie. That's based on what I've seen. Yeah. And I feel like she has more to give because she is a pageant girl, and Carrie is good. No, don't get me wrong, but that's just me. But I'm Carrie stayed. I was worried for her. I like them both, but who I think had more to offer and bring was definitely Alyssa. However, I do like Carrie's personality better, so I was fine with her thing. Yeah, her personality, her presence is better. I don't know much about Alyssa, but her runways I know are good. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me, Alyssa was always kind of forgettable, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but just like the big personality.
It's just so
exactly.
Yeah.
With all those personalities, like she was kind of fading into the background for me.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not opposed to how it ended. So we'll see her again. Maybe All Stars.
Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? She didn't leave that much of an impression. Okay. Well, that pretty much concludes everything for episode 4. Episode 5 is next week. We're gonna definitely talk about that too. Like I said, good episode. We kind of briefly touched on the first 4 episodes today. And we'll be here every week. We will be doing the show for the rest of the season. Like I said, we're a little late to the party, honey, but we're here to party. And let us know what you think in the comments. Like, what was your favorite look? How did you feel about the lip sync? Do you think that Carrie should have stayed or Alyssa should have stayed? And just overall, like, what is the most gaggiest moment that was in this episode? What was yours? Anything you that gagged you at all in this episode?
I think the only thing were like how you mentioned those clips that I thought were going to be part of the actual episode, like no more flip flops on the runway. Yeah. I was gagged to find out that was actually part of the challenge. I was like,
me too. That was me too. Because when that flip, I was ready for. I mean, I was like, damn. I like that. RuPaul gonna read Willow like that. And so when I saw it, I was like, because I like Willow, I was like, shit. But when I saw, I was like, oh, that's clever. Because I'm like, I'm glad he didn't, you know, because Willow is just so delicate to me. I just want to just hold her. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I'm glad that it wasn't actually said. It was done in a skit and play. So that I would say I would agree. But outside of that chat, I'm still gagged that Diabeta ate that bug. And that was
for $1,000, I would have did it too.
I don't think Cornbread gave her that money, honey. Cornbread like, girl, please. I want to find out if she ever gave her that money. Then we'll see. I don't know.
Right.
So we are down to how many queens now? 12 queens, I believe, because it was 14 queens. We're down to 12 queens. And so the competition will continue. Ooh. We'll be here every week again. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And let us know what you think in the comments about everything we talked about today. Yeah. Y'all have a good rest of y'all lovely Saturday. And Maya, thank you for coming on. And we'll see y'all next time for episode 500. Good night. Or not good night. Happy Saturday.
Bye.